So, y'all, in Module 5, we'll be talking about in-person marketing. And this is one of the biggest things that I tell people all the time is a lot of y'all be sleeping on this. I know we live in, this era where technology is so heavily, but when you are only relying on, TikTok or social media in order for you to get yourself out there, you're limiting yourself to the people that's right around you. And when I started my business, which I shared, if y'all read it already, but when I started my business in 2017, y'all, baby, directly a lot of my sales came from, people that were in close proximity to me, because I would say social media was still big, but I feel like as generations come and go, like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so now, yes, we live in the world of digitalized. Everything is digitalized. Everything is, out here. However, don't forget that you can market your business in person. And so in this module, we'll talk about some different ways that you can, market your business in person, where you can go, and honestly, how that approach looks, because you have some people that are maybe introverts, you have some people that may be extroverts, but I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. As an entrepreneur, you have to be someone who is willing to, be outgoing and speak to other people, because how you gonna let somebody know about your business if you're so quiet and in a shell and you don't want to talk to nobody? So that is another thing that I just wanted to throw out there. Now, y'all, some of the places that you can go to actually market your business is you can go to pop-up shops, you can go to vendor events, you can go to college campuses, you could go to all of these different places, networking events, hair salons, and truly be able to connect with people and get your brand out here, okay? Get your brand out here locally as well. Don't sleep on, getting your brand out here local, okay? Because that's kind of like the little starting place for a lot of people. And when it comes to actually, finding those events, what I like to do is go on Eventbrite, see what are some local, pop-up shops, vendor events, things that are going on. You can also go on Facebook. You can go on TikTok. And what I do is I don't limit myself, y'all. So I'm so quick to, get up and say, you know what? Okay, it's only a 4-hour drive away from, where I live. I'm going. And so really just putting yourself out there is going to be the best thing that you can do. But one of the biggest things that I want you guys to also thinking about is your approach, because you have to be somebody that people can approach. Because if you look at me and if you just so quiet in your show, you're not saying nothing, and keep your hair on you. Everywhere you go, you should have some hair on you. You should have some business cards, or have, the Dot, I believe it's called the Dot app, where it's a digital app where people can get your business information, okay? Really just having yourself, having those things is going to help you stay prepared and stay ready. Now, y'all, don't get me wrong. When I say, be somebody that is approachable, I don't mean just sit and wait for the sales to come in. You got to understand that you have to create the opportunities that you want for yourself. And so what that means to me is honestly being the person who is, starting the conversation, talking to those individuals. And another thing that I also want you guys to keep in mind is that while you guys are at these type of events, always take something with you. And what I mean by this is, say for an example, let's say you don't get any sales that day. That don't mean, okay, well, I didn't get any sales, I'm just going to go home, this ain't work out. But what it means is get something from them, okay? Whether it's, their contact information, whether it's a follow on social media, and then once you get that, once you get home, you can send them a message. Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. This is what we have. And just taking the time to, let them know, like, I remember you and it was a pleasure meeting you, to the point where they can see like, oh, this person isn't someone that I just met at a pop-up shop or at a networking event. Like, they're really serious about their craft, and they took the time out, to actually reach out to me. So think about some of those things as well, y'all, as you guys are going to some of these events. And don't be afraid to ask questions, because when you ask questions, it gives you the clarity that you need in order for you to know how to direct the conversation. So asking them, do you wear, hair, or what are some problems, some issues that you have, found within, wearing wigs or bundles, or what do you want to get out of this? Like, asking those type of questions, and then also let them touch the hair. Okay, like, let them touch the hair, because that is going to be a great opportunity for them to feel the quality for themselves. Okay. Now, y'all, I want y'all to get out your workbook, do your research. Now, I already told y'all some of the ways that you can find out events by you, and really write down at least 2 events that you could go to, if not this month, next month, y'all, okay? Because this is going to be a great way for you to track every single thing down and implement these things that you guys are learning in this guide.